out on the boat, making sure we had some well-needed rest time for all of the Yogapreneurs here at the summit. We went out on the catamaran, got to do some snorkeling, have a couple of nice margaritas, and it just highlighted the fact that you have to keep your work-life balance there. The truth about being a Yogapreneur is that your job is so important at the top that if you burn yourself out, you are in serious, serious trouble. Usually I would use stronger language than that even, because no one else is going to come and do it for you. You have to keep that in balance. So it's totally not only acceptable, but actually necessary for you to have strategic planned downtime and to do things that replenish you and get you energetically more centered and balanced so that you are able to keep having that high output when you're running your yoga business. Now, yesterday in the morning, prior to us going out on the catamaran, was actually an implementation day. So we made the point of having blocks of time where we did not put any new content together for the participants of the summit, and rather made sure that we had time blocked off to work on the things that we had previously talked about. And the reason behind this is that we find often in the yoga world, and really in the entrepreneurial world in general, that people spend a lot of time researching about something, they figure out some data, they come up with a good idea, they even go so far as to write it down or start it, but they don't actually go through all of the steps to complete the entirety of the task and the implementation before they start the next thing. And what ends up happening is there's this perpetual list. It's like a pile of things that stuff just keeps putting on top and on top and on top. And the result is everything suffers. It's not that one thing is a bad idea or couldn't be awesome, or that you don't have to do another task that comes up as a surprise, but because you're trying to balance so many things simultaneously, all of them are sort of not to the highest quality possible. So the concept of singularity of focus, keeping your eye on the prize, just doing one thing at a time is very important. And part of that is blocking off time, again, to actually implement on that. So thinking through all of the strategy, the goal, the outcome, and then implementation time to make sure that it actually comes to full fruition. And that's something that really, as a yogapreneur, you should have scheduled into your regular schedule. Implementation blocks where there is literally nothing else going on and you are not allowed to be interrupted by a question from someone, you don't answer the email, there's no social media going on, nothing. It's just to work on something on your business. Because if you don't work on your business and you're only working in your business, you can't grow your business. And no one else is going to work on your business for you other than you. So it's something that you have to strategize around. Now, a lot of what we worked on in the implementation was actually practicing sales scripts and writing out specific sales scripts for specific circumstances for the unique studios that were here. And a big part of that conversation was how sales are a transfer of emotion. You are demonstrating the positive, awesome, fun, emotional state that your client will experience and get to be themselves when they come and purchase with you and participate in your yoga business. So it's important to understand how to hold that demeanor. But even beyond that, there's this interesting thought that people want to purchase from people who are confident in their product, and they are looking for confrontation. So the risk would be that often people come into a sales situation and they will push back on the sale just out of the human nature of what's going on. So the way you can solve for this is by mirroring what they do. So basically, the best salespeople are the best listeners. You may have heard me say this before, but the way that you demonstrate listening, the way that you actually demonstrate that you are hearing what they are saying is you reiterate what they have said, quite literally repeating what they've said, but you actually mirror their demeanor. If they're reserved and pulled back, you cannot be large and confrontational and loud and in their face. If they're loud and in your face, you don't need to do that to them, but you have to be able to stand your ground. So you're matching and mirroring with the person who's actually in front of you. It's why listening goes way beyond just hearing the words. Listening and hearing are not the same thing. Hearing is the precursor to actually listening to what's going on, and the best salespeople are the best listeners. All right. What is it that you do in your business that would demonstrate to your clients that you're actually listening to them? Do you respond in a specific way? Do you have a technique or a script that you're using for this? And also, do you practice any drills where you're actually practicing mirroring what your clients are doing with your body language, with your tone, with what you're saying, so that they know that you're actually hearing and listening to what they're saying? Post it in the comments down below. We'll come back at you more later today with what we do at the summit today. Talk to you soon. Peace.